Hello world. I hope this video finds everybody doing good under the sound of my voice. I hope it finds you blessed and highly favored. And if you woke up to see today, I hope you thank God for today. And we're going to live it day by day. Today I want to touch on the topic, both sense is the best sense. And I chose this topic because, I do know that sometimes in life, God will always send you through certain things. And it's a lot of lessons and a lot of things that we might encounter. Sometimes we may not understand it at the very present time, but when we reflect back on certain things that God sent us through, it was a lesson learned. And I told the topic both sense was the best sense because sometimes God will have a way of sending us through certain things, and it may not be, and if we get through it, and it may not be for us, it might be for somebody else. And that's why I chose the topic, both sense is the best sense. Because once you accomplish whatever lesson that he allowed you to be able to learn from whatever you went through, you can pretty much help somebody else out down the road. And I chose this topic because, you can't learn anything unless you went through it. And I do realize, like, some of my sons, both, I got two sons, and sometimes I gotta display some things that I went through with my oldest child, my youngest child, because sometimes when you be able to go through it, you know what it's like, so you can help somebody else along the way. That's why I chose the topic, both sense is the best sense, because if you don't have the knowledge, you can't help anybody else along the way. Because if you went through it and encountered it, you can help other people. And I find myself time after time helping people with some of the things that I probably, had been through. And I do know that it was an act of God, because I do know that it was all in God's plan. It wasn't just for me, it was for other people. And I thank God for that, because, man, hey, both sense is the best sense. Because once you encounter it and once the lesson is established, you can tend to help other people along the way. And that's the beautiful part about it. Some things that you went through in your life, you can pretty much help a younger person or somebody that's struggling in an area with something that you don't encountered already. So that's why I chose this topic, because it's a beautiful thing, man, when you're able to help somebody in an area where you once struggled, or once some God had sent you through something, and you can intend to help somebody else down the road. And that's why I chose the topic, both sense is the best sense, because, man, it's a beautiful thing when you can really help somebody else. And you can't really, and a person won't tend to listen to you unless you done been through it. Because something, and I find that too, because, like, sometimes you be trying to tell a person about a certain thing or a certain thing, if you haven't been through it, they won't tend to listen to you. But if you don't have that both sense, hey, and they know you don't been through it, because they gonna know the way you talking to them, that you don't been where they at, and they'll tend to listen to you better. And both sense is the best sense, but I do realize that everything that we encounter, everything we go through, is through God, because He have a way of just sending us through something, and every time He sends us through it, it's not for us all the time. He's trying to equip you in an area where you'll be able to reach other people, and you'll be part of the ministry for Him, because it's like, when you get it, you'll find you doing it for different people time after time. Because I find myself the stuff that I've been through, like my drug selling addiction. I can tell young people where it's gonna end up at, or what road you gonna take, or some things I don't been through in my life. I know God send me through it so I can reach some other young person down the road. And like I said, they tend to listen to you because you done been through it. So I just thank God for that, man. And I just want to share it with somebody, because don't just think on your bumps and bruises and things that you have been through. Look at it as a good thing that God he equipped you with the knowledge to be able to conquer it. And it's a thing of the past. But I'm here to tell you that both sense is the best sense, because who's to say that God didn't allow you to go through the things that you went through so you could be as a light for somebody that's struggling with some of the things that you don't already encountered and surpassed. So I just want to beg the difference. If you went through some things, the bumps and bruises in your life, I know God He sent you through them so you can help somebody else down the road. And I just want to touch on this because, man, both sense is the best sense. because once you encounter everything that you went through, now it's time to go to work. When you see people struggling in the areas that you see them, that you struggle in, now you can really reach and teach, you know. And my goal is to reach and teach. If it's just one, you know, whatever it is, I'm just shooting the gift that God gave me. And that's why I always stress God at every iPad, every episode I do, even with this YouTube channel, because, you know, I want to reach and teach. And I do know that God sent me through everything that he sent me through so I could reach a person. If I just reach one person, I don't did what God wanted me to do. But I'm not going to stop until I succeed in what I'm doing, because I don't took the bumps and bruises. Everything that I encountered, it was through God, and I surpassed all that. He delivered me from some things that I've been through in my life. So now it is to reach and teach and tell somebody where my shortcomings was, because hey, boss sense is the best sense, and I do realize that. So I just want to drop this on somebody, man. I hope somebody got something from this. And if you did, I ask that you hit the like button and subscribe. You know, so the boss sense is the best sense. You know, so we can grow together. Because I do realize that I don't know everything, and I can learn from you. That's why I ask people to hit it in the comments. You can comment on anything, or if you want to suggest anything to me, I got an open ear, man. I'm up for suggestions, and I'm just trying to help everybody else grow, and I need you to grow as well. So, you know, I just want to touch on this, man, because it fell on my heart and on my mind. And I always tell you, when something falls on my mind, I'm going to go with my move. Because, you know, I do know that boss sense is the best sense. And if God allowed you to go through and get through something, hey, it's for somebody else. It wasn't just for you. It's just now that I brought it to your attention, God's going to send some people your way that you're going to have to work on and help them through the same thing that you encounter. So it's just food for a thought. I thought I'd drop it on somebody, man. You know, I hope somebody, like I said, I hope somebody got something from it. But I want to encourage somebody to do something different than what they did yesterday. Call somebody and check on somebody you hadn't checked on in a while. And I always say, the world is not just centered around you. You got to deny yourself for someone else. That's the only way this thing gonna work. And I suggest that you take God everywhere you go. And everywhere you go, everybody ought to see God in your life. Because, you know, if you for God, you ought to stand for God, and you ought to rep God. So I just want to encourage somebody to keep your eyes on the prize, which is him, and be blessed. Till the next time.